Hi guys, I'm going to share another yoga sequence with you today. I think it's going to be about 20 minutes, but I always say that and it ends up being more like 30, 35. So maybe it'll be a half hour. We'll see at the end. I'll post whatever it is anyway when I post it. So we're going to do a very strong flow. I think you know by now that's kind of the way I practice. So a lot of strong poses and strong fluid movements in between holding those strong poses. As always, please know your limitations and please know where you're able to give it your all and where you need to back off. Okay, it is your practice and you need to practice in a way that suits you and that you get the most benefit. I just offer suggestions and I offer poses and I offer sequences, and you take what you need and you practice in a way that is optimal for you. Okay, so we're going to start with an easy cross legs, however you feel comfortable crossing your legs. If you need to sort of uncross them a bit for more comfort, then that's fine too. But basically we're just sitting in an easy cross-legged position to start. So we'll go ahead and close our eyes and just begin to focus on our breath. So engage the abdominals so that you're sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed and down, so if you've started out a bit stressed and tensed up, please consciously bring your shoulders up to your ears and then squeeze them back and down your back. So the shoulders are away from the ears. Okay, and we'll just begin by focusing on the breath. So we try to breathe in and out through our nose throughout the whole class, even when it gets challenging. And by focusing the breath in and out through the nose, we really focus the mind on what the body is doing, okay? And that's the way we get the meditative benefits of our yoga practice, even if it's an energetic, flowy kind of practice. So in and out through the nose, we focus the breath. As we get more energetic, we force the breath out through the nose, and you can actually hear it. It's called the Ujjayi breath, and you inhale and then exhale, and it kind of makes a bit of a noise. There's a bit of a constriction in the back of the throat. All right, let's drop the chin down. You can go ahead and open up the eyes if you feel comfortable or not, it's up to you. And we're just slowly going to roll the head from side to side, and we roll through the middle. So one ear drops down to one shoulder, roll the chin down through the middle, and drop the other ear over to the other shoulder. Okay, all the time sitting up nice and tall. So nice and gentle. We tend not to sort of drop the head back. That can be a little stressful on the neck. So really we're just gently rolling from side to side. And you should feel that nice little stretch begin through the top of the shoulders, which is an area a lot of us store a lot of tension. Good, so let's come back to the center with the chin. Go ahead and bring your hands to your knees. Go ahead and lift the head up. We're going to inhale, sit very, very tall, even puff out the chest a bit and arch the back. And as we exhale, we're going to round through the back of the body. So tuck the tailbone under and really round the shoulders. And so this is a seated cat-cow breath. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale and round. All the time the abdominals are engaged to support the back. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale and round. And we'll do that a few more times. Inhale and exhale. So even if you don't have time for a long yoga practice, this is a really nice way to warm up the back early in the morning. If you wake up with a very stiff back and sort of hip area, this is a nice way to warm up through the lower back. Okay, one more time. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale and round. So we're going to add a little more movement now. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, and as we exhale, we're going to twist to one side. So a gentle twist. Don't force the twist just yet. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, gently twist to the other side. You can use one hand on the knee to bring the body around a little bit more, but it's still always gentle. So remember, when we're twisting, we always inhale and create space through the spine first. So inhale, create space in the center, and then exhale and twist. You don't want to twist through a crunched up spine. You need to create the space between the discs before you twist. So let's have one more time each side. Inhale up, and exhale, twist. And inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Good, so from there we're going to turn on the side on the mat, and bring the feet in front of us, and another cat's cow breath. So inhale, sit tall. This time the knees are up in front, and exhale and round. And inhale, sit tall, and exhale and round. If you feel comfortable taking this round into a boat pose, you can do that for a little abdominal work. So inhale, sit tall, and exhale, boat. Inhale, sit tall, exhale, boat. So warming up by warming up, the work in the abdominals really generates a lot of heat through the body. So it's a very effective way to warm up. One more time, let's inhale, reach up, and exhale, boat. Okay, so a little cross at the ankles. You can use your hands to press yourself up, and we're going to take it into sort of a forward fold. So the legs, the back of the legs are still cold, so you can gently bend one knee after the other. Lift up the heel if you like, with the fingertips resting on the mat, just to begin to warm up through the back of the legs. Okay, we're going to bend both knees quite deeply and slowly roll it up to standing. And we're going to flow with the breaths for a few times, inhaling all the way up, reach the arms, and exhale, then roll it all the way back down. So we want to bend deeply through the knees to warm up through the legs as well now. So inhale, reach up tall, and exhale, roll down. And a few more times like that. Inhale, reach tall, and exhale, roll down. And again. Inhale, fill the lungs, reach up, tummy's engaged, and exhale, roll down. So we'll stay standing next time we go up. Inhale, reach up tall, step the legs apart a little bit, bend the knees a little bit, and this time as we exhale, let's just swing the upper body. So this is a gentle twist, of course. The knees are bent, the hips are square, and we're just gently swinging from side to side. A nice way to warm up through the upper body as well. Good, so bring that back to the center. Let's step the legs together, or sort of just hip distance apart. We're going to inhale, reach up tall, grab one wrist, stretch up tall, and then as you exhale, drop over to the opposite side. So I grabbed my right wrist, and I'm dropping over to my left, keeping the chest open, and keeping my right shoulder open. Tummy's in nice and tight. Inhale up through the center, and exhale, release the arms. And then the same thing on the other side. Inhale, so I'm going to grab my left wrist this time, reach up tall. And exhale, dropping over to the right side, but keeping my left shoulder, left obliques, and whole chest open. Good, and inhale, come on up. So great, so pretty warm now. We're stepping up to the top of the mat, and we're going to go through some sun salutes. So I'll show you a fully modified version to start, and then you choose whether you want to take it into modified or full sun salute. Your choice, it's your practice. So let's inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, you can reach the arms forward or swan dive forward, which I tend to prefer. Let's rest the fingertips on the mat or the shins and lift up halfway as we inhale. And then as we exhale, let the hands come down to the mat. We're stepping back into a plank. Okay, from plank, you can take it into knees down, bend at the elbows, chest comes down and chin comes down. Then we inhale, lift the chest up off the mat into cobra pose. Okay. Later on in the practice, when I take it up into up dog here, you can stay in cobra pose if you need to take care of any back issues, or if the up dog is just a little too strenuous in your back. Okay, you choose. So we release a bit, let's tuck those toes under, press up to a plank, lift up through the hips, and sink the heels down into a down dog. And then you can walk the feet forward to come into your forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, gently fold forward, little bend in the knees to protect the hamstrings. And then with those knees bent, inhale, come on up to standing. So I'm going to flow through a sun salute now a little quicker and with some other options, so you choose whether you prefer modified or the full version. So inhale, reach up tall. You can begin to back bend there if you like. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Knees, chest and chin here or a lower plank, and then cobra or up dog. Lower plank push up if you like a little extra work, or just go straight into down dog, your choice. Okay, bend through the knees, and this is where you can either walk up or jump up to the hands, nice and light. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold. So we'll flow again. Inhale, come on up, and exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Knees, chest and chin or lower plank, cobra or up dog. Lower plank push up, or just meet me in down dog. Abdominals got to be engaged there. Bend through the knees and step or jump into the hands. And inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to standing. We're going to flow one more time. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Knees, chest and chin or lower plank, cobra or up dog. Lower plank push up or just meet me in down dog. Let's hold it here in down dog this time. And we're going to drive the right leg up into the air in dog splits. So it doesn't matter where this leg goes in dog splits. Choose your level that you're most comfortable with. Let's all bend that knee, the right leg, the right knee, and open up that right hip. So you lift that knee up, keep lifting the knee up, and drop that lifted foot over to the left side. You can even look underneath your right arm. Let's square the hips back to the center, and we're going to bring the knee in towards the chin as we come into plank. And we'll do that a few times. Dog splits, plank, crunch. Dog splits, plank, crunch. Dog splits, plank, crunch. Two more. Dog splits, plank, crunch. One more time. Inhale up, and exhale, plank, crunch, and hold. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Let's step that right foot forward. We're going to ground the back heel down perpendicular to the front and inhale up to warrior one. So I know that a lot of people have issues with this alignment in warrior one. Please choose what works for you. If the back foot perpendicular to the front is no problem for your hips and your knees, then you can go with that. If it is, go ahead and make it a crescent lunge. Okay, so your choice. So I say warrior one, you choose your alignment. All right? So we're here in warrior one. So we do know that we don't want our front knee to be out over our toe, because that's way too much stress on that knee. All right, so knee above the ankle or behind it. Inhaling, lifting as tall as you can through the upper body. Arms are facing forward, and let's take a big breath in and reach up tall. This time as we exhale, let's reach sort of 45 degrees forward. Let's inhale, come on up, and exhale and reach. So choose what you want to do with your arms. You can make a big old circle as we inhale up, and then exhale, reach forward. Inhale in the center, exhale, reach forward. Let's have one more time. Inhale, center, exhale, reach forward. Now keep reaching, and let the weight come into that front leg. Let the back foot begin to lift off. We're going to reach, reach, reach until we take it into a balancing warrior. I just want to make sure I don't go out of the view. So balancing warrior. So we're on our right leg, left leg is lifted. Let's reach the arms forward and long. Tummy's in nice and tight. Sorry, I'm toppling over. It happens. You make it part of the dance, right? If you fall, you make it part of the dance. So strong, strong legs. You can open up the arms behind and to the diagonal for airplane arms. Let's take a big breath in here. And as we exhale, let's bring the right hand down towards the mat into balancing half moon. So another pose that a lot of people kind of stress out over. Just take your time, okay? If you need to start with both hands on the mat, get that left leg reaching up, sort of parallel with the floor. And once you're secure with that, leave the right fingertips on the mat or on a block and gently open up that left arm. So try and keep opening up through the left shoulder as well and opening up through the chest so that the front body faces the side of the room. If you're super comfortable with balancing half moon, you can reach back for that top foot and take it into sugarcane pose. Good. But wherever you are, lots of nice, slow, deep breaths. Good. Let's release that top foot. We're going to bring both hands to the mat and sort of square the hips back to the mat. So we're in basically we're in a standing splits. We're going to crunch down and bring that left knee in and then kick it straight back. Crunch down, so round through the whole body and kick back. And one more time, crunch down, really working through that standing leg. So this time we're going to bend through our standing leg and let your lifted foot come all the way down to the ground. So we end up in a lunge. And then let's walk both hands forward. So if this lunge is too much for you, you can have your back knee down, of course. Okay? So work at a level that suits you. And we're taking it into lizard pose here. So walk these hands forward along the ground or along the mat. And then if you can bend the elbows and let them rest on the ground while this right knee opens up to the side. You can even allow your foot to go onto the outside of the right foot, opening up so you can actually see the bottom of your right foot if you like. Okay, great stretch for the outer hip there. If you do any walking or running, you know that that's an area that gets super tight. So it's a really, really nice area to stretch. All right, let's walk the hands back in. So weight on the hands, lift the upper body back up. So you're back into your lunge. We're gonna step back to plank. If you like, you can have a lifted leg as we lower into the plank and cobra or up dog. Lower plank push up and down dog. So left leg lifts, we'll do our little down dog sequence. So left leg is lifted, first of all, hips square to the mat. Then we're gonna bend the knee and open up that hip. So let the foot drop down behind you as you open up through the left hip. Nice hip flexor stretch there through the front of the hip and through the quads. So let's square back to the center, dog splits and plank crunch. Dog splits, plank crunch. Really engage those abdominals. Okay, with ab exercises, it's so important to keep mixing it up, to keep them challenged if you want to see any results. All right, one more time, dog splits, plank crunch and hold. Squeeze, 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 and hold. Good, let's step that left foot forward. Ground the back heel into the floor, perpendicular to the front leg. Inhale up to warrior one. Remember, you're warrior one, okay? Choose which one you're comfortable with. That back heel can be pressed down, perpendicular to the front, or you can be in more of a crescent lunge if you prefer. So let's inhale, lengthen through the upper body. Exhale, reach. Inhale, so the legs are staying strong and stable. Exhale, reach. Just the upper body is moving, we're flowing with our breath. Inhale, and exhale, reach. Again, inhale, and exhale, reach. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, reach and hold. Good, reach, reach, reach. Shift the weight forward into that front leg and gently lift it up to a balancing warrior. Good, so you can reach your arms long in front. They can be reaching back on the diagonal. All the time, abdominals engaged, hips square to the mat. You can flex that back foot so that the toes are pointing down towards the mat. Okay? And then very gently and slowly, let's let our left hand lower down to the floor and open up the right arm for balancing half moon. So remember, take it slow getting into this pose. Do what you need to do. You can certainly have blocks underneath that left hand if you need a little more height. And you can take it really slowly. Start with both hands on the ground and gently open up that right side. If you're comfortable there in half moon, you can grab that back foot and lift up into sugar cane. And then as we hold these poses, make sure and focus on the breath. Inhale deeply, create space, and exhale, relax in that pose. One more big breath in here. And exhale, let's turn to face the floor. Bring both fingertips down to the face of the floor. We're crunching into a ball. So the whole body crunches into a ball. And exhale, kick out that right leg. Inhale, crunch in. Exhale, kick out. One more time. Inhale, crunch in. Exhale, kick out. And a big step back to a lunge. So remember, if you want, you can take that back knee down for a kneeling lunge. That's perfectly fine. And then we're going to take it into lizard pose. So start walking both hands forward on the mat. All right, and then if you can get to the point where you can rest the elbows and the forearms down on the mat or on blocks or any little support that you have there, go ahead and do that. And then start to open up this left knee. You can even turn to the side here for a bit. Put a little pressure on that leg. Opens it up a bit more. The foot can turn onto the outer edge if you want. So there's always somewhere, there's usually somewhere a little further you can go in the pose. So over time, you refine your poses and you work them to suit your body. Okay? So wherever you reach then in this pose, in this lizard pose, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, open up a bit more, reach a little bit further, whatever applies to you in this case. Good. So let's bring that front foot back to the mat, fingertips or hands both back on the mat. We're going to step back to plank or lifted leg plank, and knees, chest and chin, or lowered plank. Cobra or up dog. Lowered plank push up or straight into down dog. And we're going to bend through the knees and step or jump into the hands. And inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhaling through a sun salute, so big breath in all the way up. And exhale, let's flow through a full sun salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Knees, chest and chin, or lowered plank. Cobra or up dog. Lower plank push up or straight into down dog, and then we hold this down dog. Good. Drive the right leg up into the air. Dog splits, plank crunch. I guess by now you all have a love-hate relationship with this dog splits, plank crunch. It's so effective for toning through the abdominals, generating a lot of heat in the body and scorching calories, but it's no fun, is it? One more time. Inhale, lift, plank crunch, and hold. Squeeze, 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 and hold. Good. We're going to step that right foot forward. Ground the back heel perpendicular to the front. We're just going to inhale through a warrior one, but exhale and open up and settle into a warrior two. All right, so you should be comfortable enough with your alignment in warrior two for that back foot to be perpendicular to the front. Okay, as always, this front knee is over the heel or behind it, not out over the toe. Tummies are tucked in tight. Our shoulders are stacked over our hips, so not out to the side. Shoulders over hips and strong arms, shoulders back and down away from the ears. All right, and breathe in this pose, big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So if this is where it's super challenging for you holding this pose, you know to bring your focus to your breath. Let's inhale one more time here. And as we exhale, we're going to reach to the right and take it into side angle. So your right arm can come and rest on your thigh, or your fingertips can reach the mat, your choice. Top arm reaches up and over. So the front body is still facing the side of the room. Top shoulder is wide open in side angle. Good, and we'll spend a few breaths here as well. As always, lifting up through the hips. You can have this right arm pressing against the thigh of the right leg to keep that right leg open. Keep reaching this top arm up and open. So with each inhale, lengthen, and with each exhale, reach a bit more. Let's have one more breath in. And as we exhale, coming on through warrior two and take it into reverse warrior. So the left hand it can come down and support on the thigh or the calf, wherever you reach, and your top arm reaches up and over, and we maintain that warrior lunge, right? So if you don't want to rest this hand down, that's fine. In fact, you want to stay away from the knee in any case. It can just touch lightly. You can reach it out to the opposite side too. That's super great work for the core there. Okay, one more big breath in. Now we're going to flow through those two moves. So taking it into your side angle, wherever you felt more comfortable with that bottom arm on the thigh or on the ground. Inhale, come on through into your reverse angle, into your, reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. So inhale through the center, exhale, side angle. Inhale through the center, exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale and exhale. Inhale all the time, the legs are in that warrior two position. Okay, inhale and exhale. Inhale through the center, exhale, peaceful warrior. One more time, inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale through the center, exhale, peaceful warrior. So we cartwheel the arms down to come back to our lunge. And then this time we're gonna lower the back knee down to the mat. Okay, and we're gonna shift the hips back, lengthen out through the front leg, that's the right leg, and even flex up the right foot. Okay, so we're in like a kneeling pyramid pose. So let's inhale and lengthen through the upper body, and exhale, gently fold down towards that leg. And we'll flow with the breath here. Inhale, lengthen, give you time to catch your breath after that little warrior flow. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Great preparation if you're preparing for the splits and trying to add the splits to your practice. This is a great way to improve your flexibility in your hamstrings. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So this time let's press up through the upper body. We're going to shift forward back into the lunge. Lift that back knee up, stepping back to plank, or lift the leg plank, lower plank. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Lower plank push up or straight into your down dog. So lift the hips, sink the heels. Let's lift the left leg up into the air. And here we go. Dog splits, plank crunch. Dog splits, plank crunch. Dog splits, plank crunch. 2 more. Really squeeze in those abdominals. Make use of this move. Last time, plank crunch, and hold, hold, hold. And step that left foot forward. So lowering the back foot down, perpendicular to the front. Inhaling up through warrior 1, just passing through and opening into our warrior 2. So I'll stay back into you just so that you can see from a different angle this time. So shoulders are stacked over the hips. We're in our lunge with our knees over our heels, and shoulders are back and down away from the ears. Nice strong warrior 2, and let's take a few deep breaths right here. In and out through the nose. Catch the breath after the little flow, right? So we're going to inhale and reach forward with that left hand now, coming to rest on your left thigh or reaching the ground if you prefer. And your top hand reaches up and over to the side. So your whole right shoulder is open and your front body is facing the back of the room now. Okay? Reaching long with that right arm, right shoulder open, and still keeping the breath going. You should feel that stretch all the way down the right side of the body, all the way down to the heel of that right leg. Let's inhale here. And as we exhale, we're slowly going to kind of come up. Keep these warrior legs right here, and we're taking it into our reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. You can choose your hands. You can have that bottom hand resting on the leg, or you can push it out to the opposite side for even more work through the core. And we breathe here for a few breaths. And now let's flow between those 2 poses. So inhale through the center, exhale into our side angle. Inhale through the center, exhale to peaceful warrior. Big inhale through the center, exhale side angle. Remember, you choose, rest that arm on the thigh, or you can reach it to the ground. Inhale through the center, exhale side angle. Inhale through the center, exhale peaceful warrior. So 1 more time each side. Inhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. So inhale, cartwheel the hands back to our lunge, so the back heel lifts up. Swivel the foot around. And now you're in a lunge. Let's all lower that back knee down. And shift the hips back, lengthen through the front leg, so we're in our kneeling pyramid. And let's inhale, lengthen through the upper body, pull the tummy in tight, and reach the chest forward. And then as we exhale, you can gently fold down towards that leg. And we flow with the breath a few times. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. So you can keep a little micro bend in that knee if the hamstrings are super tight. And you know that if your leg starts to tremble, it means that the stretch is just too intense. So you need to bend that knee, maybe shift forward a bit. Do what you need to do to release that stretch, okay? You want to find your point of tightness and breathe there. You don't want to overextend any of the stretches. 1 more time. Inhale and lengthen. And exhale and fold. Good. So we're going to shift forward back into our kneeling lunge, but bring that back knee up. Stepping back to a plank or a lifted leg, and lowered plank, cobra, or up dog. Lowered plank push up or straight into a down dog. Good. Bend through the knees and step or jump into the hands. Let's inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. A super slow vinyasa. Inhale, come on up. Little back bend if you like. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, let's all step back to plank. Let's all bring our knees down and shift the hips back into child's pose. So let's take a few breaths here. Give yourself a chance to recover from that little flow. Really fill the lungs and allow the lower back to really relax and release. Okay? Good. A few more big breaths right here. Good. And when you're ready, we're slowly going to take it into a reclined position, just to finish off with a reclined twist and then Shavasana. I like to sort of sit with my knees bent up and then very slowly roll it all the way down. I like to bring my knees with me and then just hug them in. It's like a reclined child's pose. So it is still very nice and relaxing through the lower back. Good, so when you're ready, let's just cross the legs. You can cross your left leg over your right and gently let both legs drop over to the left side. Let the right shoulder release back down and let the eyes and the head drop over to the right side. And before you come back up, uncross the legs and then just bring both legs up and cross the other way. So now the right leg crosses over the left and drop both legs over to the right side. I'm so close to the wall I can't fit. Okay, and again, before you come back up, uncross those legs, give them one last hug in, and let's just take it into Shavasana, full relaxation. So let the legs relax all the way out, let the feet drop apart, arms come and relax by your side, palms facing up. Frankly, however you're comfortable, I often have my arms above my head. However you're comfortable, just letting the body really relax into your mat. And spend a little bit of time here, allowing your body to acclimate to all that it just did, and the mind to acclimate as well. And really, if you have time, it's nice to spend quite a few minutes in relaxation pose. So spend just as long as you can. Okay? And then when you're ready, you can slowly bring it back up. Take a moment with hands together in prayer position. You can touch your thumbs to the forehead. And this is the place where the light in me bows to and acknowledges the light in all of you. Thanks for joining me today, and namaste.